15-11.
What are you expecting, Laura? You know that Mboko's got that big serve and Talson's strong court game.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one for sure. And I really did like what Victoria's coach mentioned. Put your helmet on, get to work. I think the tactics against Talson stay fairly similar, no matter who she's up against. So Talson hits so big off both sides, especially that forehand when she has time on it, that as the opponent, you have to try and get her out of position. You have to get her moving out wide. That's still the area that's probably the weakest in her game, but one that she is focusing on.
Wait. 30-15.
And the other area that Talson, historically, this is also improving, but historically she has had these mental ups and downs throughout the match where she can lose concentration, gets a bit down on herself, a bit negative, and that's been the biggest change probably over the last 12 months, is that that's happening far less frequently.
$40-13. Again, Talson.
So Talson holds her opening service game. Casper Ellsworth, coach and partner, looking on. Jill Krobus is courtside, best seat in the house in the shade, and it's a lovely morning to you, Jill. Perfect conditions at the moment.
Good morning. Yes, you said it exactly. We noticed that it has been super breezy since the tournament started, but today is probably the calmest day of the morning, and it's a slight breeze, but not enough to disrupt either of these players. It was a good, strong start from Talson. I agree with you guys with as far as maybe Mboko trying to exploit the movement of Talson. We already saw in that game, as soon as Mboko was spread the court, Talson got into trouble, but perfect condition for these players, and a nice round of applause for both, about even down here courtside.
Victoria Mboko to serve.
Towson's lead-up was interesting. Lost in the first round in Adelaide, retired in Brisbane, retired in Adelaide. And there was a bit of a question mark on her physical fitness coming in, but her opening 2 rounds have been strong. Had a 3-setter in the second round.
Oh, it's found the line.
And then played a 3 hours. on the doubles court with her partner Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova. So she's had 2 3-hour matches her last 2 games and said she feels fine. I guess you always say that when you come off the court and you're still alive in the tournament, but physically perhaps the issues from the opening couple of tournaments in Australia are behind her.
15-13.
And Boko's also someone who's unfortunately had a couple of injuries already in her short career. It was the wrist that was an issue after that Masters win in Canada that she struggled with, especially at the US Open, where it just looked like she was feeling a lot of discomfort on the forehand.
Some of that has to be a function of just how hard the players are hitting the ball. Talson talked about that just the power that she's seeing from the other end of the court, something that's taking her by a little bit of surprise.
Cain and Boko.
But that's the modern game, Laura. You just smash it at each other.
1 game on.
Smash it and hope for the best.
A little more strategy than that, but see,
Slightly.
they hit it hard.
I mean, why wouldn't you hit it hard if you can hit backhands like that? Win predictor. I mean, it's 50-50 this match, isn't it? There's a handful of spots between them in the rankings.
Love 15.
The 60-40 seems a little strong. 20 past 11 in the morning here on Friday in Melbourne, and that southern end is a difficult one on all of the major courts here. They run north-south, so for the next hour or so at least, serving from this end is a little tricky.
Love 13. Fifteen, 13.
Yeah, struggling with the ball
15,
toss
14.
again. Tried to go a little further in front of the body that time. Still going for lines though.
30-40.
And the roofs here on all the stadiums move the north-south as well and come together in the middle. In Perth, the roof was east-west, so you could sort of slide it across and control it in terms of its comfort level for the crowd, but also assisting the players a little bit when the sun was at its peak in the middle of the day.
Cain and Boko.
So the opening break comes in this first set for Boko.
And Boko leads by
Leading
2
2-1.
games to 1.
Early stages, but maybe Win Predictor could sense that early service break. It would be even stronger
No,
now.
I've got to stop you there. We don't ever agree with the win predictor. That's our thing. You know this, Dave.
I do know this. I'm trying to take a different approach this year, be a little more supportive.
A little bit more positive.
Time.
Jill Courtside mentions both players having about equal support. We do have a little soft spot for Denmark in Australia, not just because of Caroline Wozniacki, mainly because of Princess Mary, who's...
I was wondering where you were going with that.
You know, the Tasmanian to the Danish princess, fairy tale, Laura.
I think we've seen already how dangerous Talson is, but also sometimes how inconsistent it can become because she goes for the lines all the time. And it's sometimes absolutely brilliant.
15-9.
And Boko's coach said it best. You're kind of waiting as her opponent for the dips, because inevitably playing with such fine margins, there will be some dips, but it's just being close enough and being around to be able to take advantage of them.
30-15. $40-13. Cain and Boko.
So it consolidates the break.
And Boko leads by 3 games to 1.
It's going to be interesting to see if Clara starts throwing maybe in a little bit more variety. I know sometimes that she likes to try and hit big and come into the net, and she's known as such a powerful hitter. But down here, I mean, when you watch the points, and Boko doesn't seem bothered by that at all. She's absorbing the pace so well. So it'll be interesting to see if Talson does try and mix it up.
15-11.
And for Talson, the first serve percentage as well, you feel is going to be important. It's down at 54% at the moment, and because she just rolls that second serve in, doesn't try and do too much with it. I mean, on occasion she'll go big, but more so places it. It's a chance for Boko to get in on the second serve return.
Well, excellent movement from Boko. Athleticism.
30-15.
And attentiveness too.
Talson just motioning to herself back here that she should have gone for the lob. Just probably the wrong choice. You see how close Mboko got to the net.
She's got a monster forehand.
An incredible sense of where the lines are too,
yeah.
because she is just, the margin is narrow. So Talson holds, which was required, of course, down a break. Boko leads 3-2.
Sometimes I watch Talson, and I mean this in a positive way. I think the tactics in her mind must be very simple. It either works or it doesn't, and it is go big or go home.
See ball, hit ball, and
yes, and sometimes we overcomplicate it.
Must be anxious if you're in her coaching camp because the margins are so small, but when you look at what she's been able to achieve, and she burst on the scene and collected a couple of titles, another one last year when Osaka retired in the final in Auckland.
Time.
Crowd filling up at Cain Arena Friday morning in Melbourne. Victoria Mboko with the service break in the third game. Healthy stat there, 92% of first serves in. Boko's serve is interesting. This is this season's stats. So 2026, she's #1 in aces, but only 20th in first serve percentage and 35th in points won on the first serve. You kind of think that that would be a little narrow. She's serving so many aces, but in such a big serve, that might be a little higher ranked on points won on first serve. And of course, the commentator's curse is as soon as you start talking about someone's strength,
double fault,
serve becomes an issue.
I guess it's because she's picking her moments when to go for the bigger first serve and try and get the ace, and when to go for the natural kind of kicker that she's got. Such good defence.
And Talson just pounced on the return.
15-13.
It's almost like she's goaded Talson into going for that line return. The serve is moving off the court. It's got some slice coming around the side of the shot.
Thirty-all.
Boko knows that even though they haven't played each other, she knows that Talson, how aggressive she's going to be on everything. And so just watching Boko on my side right now after the serve, she is so alert and ready for that ball. And that's why she's been able to scramble and do well with the pace.
Cain and Boko.
So Mboko was a little tight, particularly some early issues on the serve, but holds
And Boko leads
4-2.
by 4 games to 2. Fifteen 11.
Talson was struggling on this far end with the ball toss previously, especially on this ad side when it's going straight up into the sun.
Third 11.
I mean, you feel today that Talson can afford to play that kind of shot over and over again. Her ball is heavy enough that just straight through the middle, especially to Mboko's forehand, where she can play sometimes too close to the body
Let for service.
until she eventually sees the open space.
Fourth 11. Cain, Talson.
So
New
Talson
ball
holds.
switch.
Good one too, into the sun.
And Boko
Boko
leads
with the
by
break,
4 games
4-3.
to 3. Time.
Early service break here to the Canadian Victoria Mboko. Has her with a 4-3 lead.
Fifteen level.
We know how aggressive and how much Talson prefers that forehand side, but right now I feel like she's hitting the backhand down the line exceptionally well. It's the clearance over the net is very low, and it's staying low off the bounce as well. It's an area that's improved for her.
Fifteen triple. Fifteen 14.
So into the sun, and the chances here to get the break back.
Game
So a
done.
loose game from Boko. Square
games
for
on.
all.
Yeah, obviously feeling a lot of pressure coming at her with the return. And a few words from both players to their coaches.
A bit brutal, the towel box on that side, isn't it? When you go to the opposition's bench to get your towel and the coaches are eyeballing you.
They can always go to the other side
They
of the
can,
court.
and they often do.
We can see the frustration building from Mboko, and I saw it when she was over on the other side of the court as well, where she missed a couple forehands, just taking her time. But the look on her face, you could tell that she was flustered, and it's continuing, just trying to calm herself.
Against someone like Tauson, you can feel like the tennis is out of your hands for a decent chunk of time, where you might go 2-3 games without feeling like you've got enough space or time to really go for anything.
This has been a good few minutes, hasn't it, for Talson?
Game, Talson.
Talson breaks back and then holds to love and all of a sudden leads
Talson leads
5-4 in this opening set. It's a big shift in momentum.
And it felt like Mboko maybe could have done a bit more with the lead there. There was a few points where she looked like she was getting sucked into Tauson's game style slightly, of just going for shots and not building the points so much.
Time.
There is the average forehand speed. We've seen Talson take that up a notch in the last few games.
Did a good job there of soaking it up.
Well, both of them taking the speed up a notch in that rally. That was some good ball striking.
Let's first service. Four, 11.
2 in a row.
Game, Mboko.
Needed a good service game and produced one. 5-all.
5 games over.
Really fired herself up in that last game. It was impressive from Mboko, showing how good of a competitor she is. She looked like she was getting down on herself for moments the last couple of games, but completely turned around her demeanor there.
And when Mboko can find some depth, especially with her cross-court forehand back into Tauson's forehand, that's when it feels like Talson plays the wrong shot, tries to go for something just as big, something just as fast, but from a much further back position. And that's where most of the errors have come.
Oh. Fifteen on.
She knows she should have gone cross-court. It's the classic look to your coach after you've done something that you shouldn't have.
30-15.
I find the Talson serve slightly fascinating because her ball toss gets so far in front sometimes that you think, oh, surely she can only go slice, especially on that first serve on the deuce side there. The ball toss is miles in front and she's chasing after it, and yet she still tries to go for the tee.
40-15.
And somehow finds a way to hit all four corners with a toss that she has no right to.
Game, Talson.
So again,
Talson
Talson makes
leads
the
by
most of
6 games to 5.
serving first here, 6-5, having traded service breaks in this opening set. Exotics hats have been seen around. That's
So many.
yeah. That sunglasses okay. Hat not too sure about. Beautiful walkway from
Time.
the kids' ballpark. Laura's on that slide every morning on the way in.
I can't go
Water
a day
slide.
without it.
Yeah. Some little extra pressure and the tricky service end for Mboko here.
Fifteen. $30-11. $30-15.
A few points like that, and of course there is so much pace coming onto her racket, and that shot from Talson had some depth also, but you just feel like Mboko is trying to open up the line maybe too early.
Stay with her.
Allez, girl.
Allez.
Come on. Let's go, Vicky.
It's aggressive on serve. Huh?
It was the same messaging, stay cross court. And that was the first rally that we've seen some real shape from Mboko.
Game, Mboko.
Again, the good serve, so we're off to a tie-break in this opening set. So service breaks. Okay, got off to the good start. Talson fought back.
But always with intention. If you miss because you have an intention, we don't care, we move on. You go earn it by having intention, okay? Allez.
Allez, let's
Every
go,
point,
let's go.
every point. Show her, come on.
5-0, Mboko.
How positive is Mboko here? I mean, Jill, the difference in body language from both players. And of course, Talson, it's not her natural style. She's never going to be someone that's jumping around.
Completely different, but it happened a couple games ago from Boko. You know, it was after she got broken back. She just fired herself up, and already losing that first point, we just saw some negative body language from Talson just from the very first point.
Let's first service.
Good awareness from Talson.
2-1, Mboko.
That is an excellent tap. That one just skidding off the back of the line on Talson.
Boko at the change of ends, 4-2.
She couldn't resist, could she? She saw a second serve, Talson, and she felt that she absolutely had to go for it. It does make such a difference, like Jill just said, when Mboko's able to get the depth onto Talson's forehand, because she goes for the same kind of shot. So no matter where it lands in the court, it comes quite flat across the body when she's in the motion, and it is so low to the ground anyway. There's not a huge amount of net clearance.
So they traded early points against the serve. She's got one up her sleeve now with one more serve to come here.
Mboko. Mboko. 5-4. Mboko.
Boko had done everything right up until that point. Big opportunities with the two serves. She knows frustration.
That was the first time I've seen Mboko get impatient. She just rushed that backhand.
Let's first service.
That was a huge point, obviously, at 5-all in the tie-break.
One of the longest rallies of the set.
Mboko.
Set point. And the Talson serve. Victoria Mboko prevails, hasn't dropped a set yet in the tournament. She takes the opening in the tiebreak.
What a run of points to close out the set from Mboko. You can understand why she's breathing pretty heavily on the chair here. That really became a physical breaker. They brought the best out of each other in those last few exchanges. And so little difference in the number you felt. But I just think the first serve percentage did play a part. Tauson's still down at 56. If she'd been able to get a few more free points off that shot, then things could have looked differently.
She looked like she had the set in command early.
Well, it was Mboko's attitude, though. She was so fired up, and she knew she had to raise the intensity to just hang tight, knowing, okay, if I stay in this, if I can make the rallies slightly longer when I get the chance, then there's always the chance that Tauson's going to give me the unforced error. Fantastic shot. Some great shot making from both.
Yeah, such a big point of 5-all, wasn't it?
Second set. Mboko to serve.
As we've seen throughout the tournament so far, wins the first set, wins the match for Mboko.
Facing again. 15 all.
Well handled. A difficult overhead. I love
15,
that whipped cross-court forehand from Talson. That one where she just pulls it across the body. It has that extra whip. It lands slightly shorter up the court and it allows for so much open space on her next shot.
15, 30 all.
You took the words out of my mouth, Laura. The one where she gets a little bit more height and heaviness naturally on that forehand side is the one that has definitely been a little bit more effective when they get into these longer rallies, when she changes it up.
In a way, it's a similar shot there.
30.
It's not necessarily even the height of the net. It's the width for me that makes the biggest difference, because it draws Mboko off the baseline. Then she's having to open up the racket face, drop into the slice.
Well, what a screamer from Talson. Open for the break of serve.
First game, second set.
Those were the two biggest forehands of the match so far from Talson. I mean, it's almost like she needed to get some tension, some anger out, something, but that was incredible. Two shots back to back.
Yeah, some ridiculous forehands, and one thing that I feel like Talson can maybe take advantage of more in this second set to try and turn the match around is take control, especially on the deuce side of her returning. So this is Mboko's first serve placement, and you'll notice, especially on that deuce side, there's 35%, a big chunk of numbers coming in the body, and it's that slice serve that really draws into Talson's forehand. I just think if she'd taken an extra step back at times, given herself more space on the return, and then freed herself up, that all of a sudden is a lot more pressure if she's able to have a free swing on the forehand return.
Fifteen nothing. There's 11. Thirty 15. 30 all.
Disappointed in herself. And you can understand why. She's just played an absolute blinder in the first game of the second to break, and then no reason to drop into a slightly random backhand slice there. And I think 12, 18 months ago, Talson would have let that shot affect her next run of points, and that's been the biggest difference in 2025, is that she just lets herself be annoyed for a second and then goes back to cracking the ball.
She's starting to rack up more of these winners.
Tauson leads by
Yeah,
2
important to be a
games.
goldfish, isn't it, in tennis? You just have to have a short-term memory that only goes backwards very briefly. Can't carry it forward.
Especially when you play her brand of tennis. Imagine if you got upset at every unforced error when it's pretty much line ball after line ball.
And Tauson's coach just motioning her to tell her just to slow down, calm down. That one just got a little away from her.
Third level. Left. Forte 15. Game and Boko.
So welcome hold for
New ball,
Boko.
please.
After dropping her first service game.
Talson leads by 2 games
Talson
to 1.
2-1.
In this situation, I kind of think back to what Boko's coach Maxime said at the very beginning in the warm-up. You have to weather the storm a bit. You have to grab your helmet. There might be a purple patch when Talson will play absolutely outrageous tennis for 10 minutes, but it is so hard to keep up that level when you're going for the finest margins. Could do with a coffee, actually.
Time.
Me too.
Triple espresso times 3.
What's your order?
Flat white.
I have a bone to pick.
Don't you just stick with the tea?
No, I'm very much a coffee connoisseur. I have a bone to pick with Melbourne coffee, though.
Okay, strap yourselves in, Melbourne.
Strap yourselves in. I don't understand why I'm being offered 2 sizes of flat white. A flat white should only ever be a 1 size.
Okay.
And they're only putting 1 shot in the small. It should always be a 2 shot. Anyway, we need a good half an hour on that.
just on that, I dare say it's all to do with
15
margin
love.
and profit and the cost.
And flat white
And they're
is
just extracting a
traditionally
little
served in
more.
a smaller 5 to 6 ounce cup.
Mm.
Why am I being offered a cappuccino size?
Okay. I'll send
Sometimes it's even a latte size.
draft an email to the Lord Mayor and I'll send it to him.
Could you please?
$59.
Of all the things you could be worried about in Melbourne, is that
This is very important to me. It's the highlight of my morning when I get my coffee on the way in,
you can just order a small one.
but then I have to order it with an extra shot.
That's so that they can extract a little bit of extra from you.
Yeah. $6.20.
That's about £2. So
It's
you're a
still
long way in
cheaper than
front.
London, yeah. I will admit that.
$15.30.
And already a slight opening here from Boko, 15.30.
$15.40.
Couple of breakback points here.
Game
Melbourne
over.
Storm weathered for now, at least.
The 2 games over.
Well, that's why you can't afford to get down on yourself if you're playing Talson, because equally you might not get a racket on a single shot for 10 minutes, but then it goes the other way. That was an absolute gift of a game there.
Another little
15-11.
stretch in the middle of the opening set. Talson. That said, Boko was a strong start and a very strong finish in the tiebreak. Rangefinder is just out of kilter a fraction, isn't it?
That was a great body serve from Mboko. It had some kick on it. It bounced up off the court. And there is the racket change. So maybe just going for a slightly tighter tension.
$30-15.
I just get the sense a little bit that Talson sometimes wants to overpower in these rallies, and I know sometimes that's working, but it's the shape again with the width Laura, that you were referring to that I feel like is getting her more of short ball, where she can be on the offense.
Cain and Boko.
So strong service game.
And Boko leads by 3 games to 2.
So Boko back with the lead here, 3-2.
Just having a little look at who the winner of this match will play. Doesn't get any easier. Doesn't.
Well, as you would
get any
expect in the
slower
4th round.
out there as well.
There's a looming.
It'll be the
Goliath.
prospect of Arina Sabalenka, who is currently on court against Anastasia Potapova.
A time.
They're half an hour behind, aren't they, on Rod Laver? They start a little later. In fact, even longer than that. Only just getting underway.
On serve in the first set for Sabalenka.
Hour and 9 minutes into this one. Looking for a spot in the 4th round. Talson's been there before twice at Grand Slam level. Boko on debut at the Australian Open, looking for her first ever 4th round appearance at a Grand Slam.
Love 15. $15. Let's for service. $30-15.
All as well.
$40-15.
Approach from Talson to steady the ship. Much more solid game from her.
3 games on.
And now, will there be another momentum shift?
15-11.
Thank you.
I like watching her reaction sometimes because immediately she says to herself, go cross. And yet on the next point, she could very well do the exact same thing and it'll be a winner, so it's fine.
Let first service. Thirty, 15. Forty, 15.
Still operating at a very high level on that 0.1 percentage on the first serve. Boko, 74% for the match.
Cain and Boko.
And a good service hold. Crucial seventh game.
And Boko leads by 4 and it's a through.
Boko 75% for the match on that first serve, points won, but in this set only lost 2 points off the first serve. It's just a settling feeling, isn't it?
Well, she did lose her serve in the opening service game, but that was
kind of through no fault of her own.
Time.
Very strong Australian playlist from the DJ. He's far too young to know about the Skyhooks, Laura.
I do recognise the song. The Aussie parents creeping in.
Yeah, the Skyhooks on the record player.
Yeah.
Important moment in this match here. Has to be patient, Talson here.
Love 15.
Well, with Mboko down the end of her coach, I'm sure there's plenty of reminders coming our way just to try and extend the rally, make Talson play a shot really wide, make her move.
That was a very nice controlled forehand there from Talson on the previous point. I felt like the more wide she had to run, you could feel the tension build up that she had to produce almost a winner, but that was a nice, very controlled forehand.
Boko got away with that. She had control of the rally and then just dropped one slightly too short, and you just see how much Talson takes advantage of it when she does have an extra 2-3 seconds. $15-30, big point here.
Number of errors leads to 2 break points. Crucial moment, stage of the match. Gives Boko a bit of a chance here to have a swing.
Yeah, but good to see Talson taking the full 25 seconds in between the points as well, because I'm sure that was a frustrating shot to miss.
Well, it was a big swing. Almost had the oomph to get over the net. One saved. Her eyes were as big as those big tennis balls that they sell. She could see that. Yeah,
Advantage, Mboko.
Taking the time again.
Crucial break. Has the opportunity now to serve for the match.
It was a great serve from Talson, and you could just tell, yeah, for sure some frustration there because she had control of the point, but the intent from Mboko was so clear to just make her play. Get balls in court is sometimes the most effective way to do things out there.
Love the team. Love 30.
Never easy serving out a Grand Slam match. And And the serve was short. It deserved to be put away. Even with a title at home at a Masters, this would be a huge result.
Missed it. That's an outstanding game from Talson. Needed it.
And Boko leads by 5 games to 4.
I had a little sense of tension there, though.
Yeah, fair enough.
Serving for her first 4th round of a slam. And it was very minor, but it just felt like 10% of pace came off her racket there from Mboko. And Tauson hit such a clean ball, and she goes for everything no matter what the scoreline is. So if she has that window, she's going to take it.
Not out of the woods just yet. Talson has to serve to stay in it, but just you'd have to be fearless, don't you, sometimes, and just a little bit of anxiety can make all the difference.
It's not even anxiety most of the time. It's just that feeling in you that says, okay, I'm so close to the finish line, I'm not going to miss. And that just changes the dynamic in your head from being aggressive out there, from trying to control the rally, to just hoping for a mistake from your opponent.
So the break back keeps the hopes alive here. Serving to continue the second set and the match.
Love 15.
The bonus for Mboko is that Talson could easily throw in 4 unforced errors here. You just don't know what you're going to get. It's a really brilliant point.
Love 13.
Effective with the cross-court forehands. And then move forward as soon as she saw the open racket face from Talson. Again, covered the net beautifully here.
She's done this a few times now in Boko, where she's just gotten herself back so even keel with her mentality.
Second winner from Talson.
Soaks up the heat and then delivers some of her own.
14.
recovery from Talson after the first serve, and then had a false start on the second serve. Bit going on.
How's that composure?
Boko really went after that entire point too, so credit to Talson to stay in that. That was impressive.
And rockets.
That is unbelievable pressure that Talson just handled there. I mean, match points down and some of the biggest rallies she was able to control.
Advantage. And Boko.
You could feel the tension in that shot from Mboko. And just the reaction as well. She wants it so badly here. Shot making from Talson.
Advantage, Talson.
It's just unbearable pressure for Boko to try and get 4 or 5 of those back in a row.
Talson saves the 3 match points, squares things up. Talk about the ebbs and flows. What impact will that have on the young Canadian?
I actually felt like she played the match point so well. It was Talson that stepped up, and I almost felt like the harder Mboko hit the ball on those match points, she was going after it, the better actually Talson played. But I don't necessarily feel like Mboko did that much wrong.
Thank you.
Oh, it's going to be tough to mentally reset here. She's done it so well throughout the match. Stayed incredibly composed and positive. And I feel like maybe just rushing here, needs to take her time. No reason to get back to the baseline so quickly. it was going to be a cannon.
That was a good change up there. Just took a little pace off that forehand, but got height on it. Boko, just that change of variety.
If I'm being super critical and picky, there's now what feels like maybe 4 or 5 backhands from Mboko that have all missed in the net. So I just feel like she's playing slightly too tall with the legs.
Shift in momentum. Talson saves the 3 match points, then breaks. Hope's well and truly alive.
Talson leads by 6 games to 5.
Hard to wash that away, isn't it? After the opportunities to close out this match.
Well, she's still learning, right? I mean, this is the first time that she's served to be in the 4th round of a slam, and you could just tell that she didn't necessarily stick to the routines that had got her to that position.
Talk about that time clock. Regularly there, she was in the high teens.
Yeah.
The 25 seconds, she was up at the line at 20 and serving at 17 and 18 seconds remaining.
Time.
And it's so much easier from the side. It's so easy to spot when it happens, and when you're out there on the court, you think you're doing everything right. And really, she hasn't done anything wrong. That's the thing.
So after saving the 3 break points, match points, then breaks back and now serving. Talson to extend this one into the 3rd set.
Come on.
I love the team.
weight in the shoulders in a tennis match just moves from one end of the court to the other. It just picks itself up and plonks itself down from end to end.
Wow. Swings and roundabouts, isn't it?
Fifth service game in a row where there's been a break point. We've had 2 breaks, 3 breaks. There has been immense stress on the server.
Let's first service.
Talson, some of the forehands in particular. On that match point, first serve nearly hit the back fence, and she was still able to find a way.
How she got that second serve in, I just don't know. That was probably the most impressive thing I've seen this match.
Look at them.
And that's with shots like that.
Yeah. Great reaction too as she hopped afterwards. Capacity to defend great points.
Talson plays so freely when she's down in the scoreline. Not that it's ever Clara Tauson that holds back, but especially when she's down break point, it's like winner or nothing. It's a really lovely feel from Talson.
So now set point.
Advantage.
Can she play with the same freedom as she has when she's on the defence?
How's that return? We're saving the best till last here. Even Talson had to smile at that one. There was nothing wrong with her serve placement.
Advantage, Talson.
extend this to a third set. The battle will continue.
1-2.
It's a great escape.
New balls, please.
Oh, what a ridiculous run of points from Talson. The forehand was on fire. And Boko did absolutely nothing wrong in that second set. Was so close to the finish line. If we're going to pick anything out of that, it's the first serve points won. Did drop off from the Canadian, and it just allowed Talson to go for broke, as if she wasn't already. But there really were so many highlights in that second set. A huge reset did for Victoria Mboko. Was so close to being back in the locker room. Felt like things were done and dusted.
Final set. And Boko to serve.
She'll serve to start the third.
Wait, please. Let. Second service. I love the team.
The thing with the match team to withstand the Talson hot streaks that came within the same service games at the end of the second set.
You don't know how long they're going to last, though.
I love the team.
I mean, she's the 14th seed, so clearly has plenty of matches where that kind of shot making lasts the entire time.
Game
And opens with the break.
First game, final set.
Well, that was an absolutely incredible game from Tauson. Just complete huge swipes at the ball, even more so than what she's been doing. But it had some pace behind every single one of those ground strokes.
There's some incredible moments at the back end of that second set. Some of those forehands keep herself in the match. But just the mental strength to be able to deal with that serve situation on the match point. Second serve, ball went up, came back down, had to reset. After the first one, missed the court by best part of 10 metres. Look at that, 5 from 5 on the break points. At the other end, it's 3 of 11. It's a great test, isn't it? Teenager, one of 5 teenagers through to the 3rd round.
Evening on.
She's covered the net well today in Boko.
Well, she did well to take Clara's strength away from her there, that forehand cross that she's so good at, and close the net beautifully.
She gets nice and close, that's what it is.
Yeah.
So it would have to be pinpoint accuracy to get it past her if she was trying to go for the cross-court forehand.
$15-14.
Ball toss is going a little sideways again.
Three double faults for the match. She keeps us on our toes.
We'll start the deciding set with consecutive service breaks.
One game on.
There you go. So maybe we've absorbed the flurry of the hot streak, if you're an Mboko fan. Tension rising.
Wait, please. $15-11. $15-9. $15-13. Let's first service.
I feel like Mboko's drop shots improving during this match. That was some excellent touch from Mboko.
And to be honest, to play a drop shot off a slice is probably one of the hardest options you can go for, because you're trying to slow down that spin even more, go back behind on itself.
30-40.
A little kick, didn't it?
Yes.
If they were selling service holds at the AO shop, you'd race up there and buy them for any money. They're tough to come by at the start of this third set.
Advantage, Mboko. Yes.
Well, that's the kind of serve that Tauson's not letting Mboko get away with anymore, though. The one that's rolled into the body, that's sitting anywhere up mid-court.
Let for service. Advantage, Mboko. Game,
So
Mboko.
Boko gets the service hold after back-to-back breaks. So
Mboko leads
2-1.
by 2 games to 1.
Plenty of merchandise available at the AO shop online. If you're not here, there's still the chance to secure yourself some of the sensational merchandise on offer. Huge range of everything. Maybe something for your pets. They have absolutely everything in that AO shop. Laura Robson's almost bought out the entire range of bucket hats
Time.
to add to her collection, but there's still a few there, I think.
You can never have too many.
I agree.
Did a little run along the river there
Two
a couple of
bridges.
days ago. Yeah.
Beautiful place to be a runner. It's flat.
That's the key element, isn't it?
Well, there's always tension, isn't there, in Grand Slam tennis. Looking for a spot in the fourth round here. Talson's been there before. Boko looking for a debut spot.
Fifteen up.
What an unbelievable defensive shot from Mboko, just skimming the net. It was a tough one for Talson to handle. She was forced to hit up on the ball. It's a hard one to control.
There's a 15.
Giving Talson a taste of her own medicine.
30 all.
It was a tough volley to control. Boko did well to get enough pace onto the shot that it just flew off Talson's racket. It's a huge point here.
She's been great at defending them throughout this encounter. Well, that's just too good from Boko. Gets the break once again. 3-1.
Mboko leads
It's
by
only the
3
5th out of
games to
13
1.
break points that Mboko has been able to convert. And she's done it with back-to-back backhand lines.
The right way. Good hustle
15-11.
from Boko. It was a good drop shot.
She was
broken in her opening service game in the set in Boko. She held next time. Talson's dropped both of her service games. Hold crucial here.
Talson just grabbing a different racket right now. You can feel the frustration building a little bit on this side of the court.
Oh, that's a ridiculous gap. Accelerated into the slice.
She's had some excellent shot selection, hasn't she, when it's been required. That was forced on her to a degree, but the execution was world class.
Let's first service. 40-15.
Yeah, 8th double fault of the match.
Game.
So Mboko, 4-1. It's a tasty looking scoreline if you're a fan of the young Canadian.
Mboko leads by 4 games to 1.
Well, Talson, you know, she looks frustrated at the moment, but you have to say she didn't do all too much wrong there. It was Mboko who lifted her level, and we saw the increase in intensity as well from the Canadian. And she's done so well throughout this entire match, just to knuckle down, basically.
Time.
Could have let things get away from her so quickly, getting broken early in the 3rd. And yet now 2 games away again from the 4th round of the Australian Open, and for a matchup, I believe, against Aryna Sabalenka. Ooh, not yet. 7-6-4 all out on Rod Laver.
So Clara Tauson's had some problems on serve in this 3rd set. Yet to hold. Has to here.
$15-11. $15-9. $30-15. Wait, please.
We've got a walkie-talkie situation.
You call JCA. You're calling JCA. Just a second. Yeah. Clara, you're good to go. You're good to go now.
And not really the time of the match that you'd want to be pausing. Well, the intent was very clear. Boko was so far up into the court to play that return.
I actually like that she went after that, though, because she has been missing that one, but that one she struck with more authority, and I thought it was a good miss.
And
40,
it just,
30.
even though she missed it, puts the seed of doubt into the server's mind, doesn't it? When they are going for the second serve and they're thinking, oh, I can't just roll it in here.
Game, Talson.
Well, it had to be held, and it was. So Talson
Mboko leads by
survives that
4
little
games
test,
to
but
2.
Boko 4-2. As we saw in the second set, though. Getting to the finish line, not easy.
That serve struck with some authority, 182.
It's the fastest of the match.
And Jill sounds like she's getting more vocal again in Boko.
Absolutely, yeah. She's been backing herself the last couple of games, but every single point now,
Thank you.
she's fist pumping and really encouraging herself. She's got really good attitude.
Well, after what happened at the end of the second set, she dropped her opening service game in this third set. You could kind of felt that that might have been a continuation of the downhill trend, but she's done a super job.
I think she maybe thought that was initially going to go out because it almost looked like she stopped her swing for a moment and then all of a sudden had to play the ball. And part of the reason she missed that shot.
Game, Mboko.
Good service hold. The finish line is just there. 5-2.
Mboko leads by 5 games to 2.
Just 19 years of age and searching to do something that she's never done in her career. When you look at what happened at the end of that second set and losing the opening service game, it's been a great fight back.
And what was happening in amongst that as well, when we felt like she was maybe rushing between the points slightly on her own serve. Has recognised the situation today, remedied it, and is now back in a winning position. But still, 4 more points feels like an awfully long way.
The time.
Especially when you're playing someone as dangerous as Talson.
So 2 hours and 14 minutes. Victoria Mboko had 3 match points on the Talson serve late in the second set.
I love the theme. 15-all. There's 15.
She's going to keep asking the question, Talson.
Game, Talson.
It's a good service game. There wasn't much pressure coming from the other end, so Talson now
And Boko leads
hands
by
the pressure
5
back
games
to Boko.
3.
And Talson will be more aware than anyone how tough this is going to be for Mboko to hold here.
Thank you.
Especially after the match points in the second.
And again, quick to the line, like she was at the end of the second set.
Love the team.
She's already at the baseline. If I was part of the coaching team, I'd just be saying, take a few steps back.
Certainly match back in the second set. Commented at the time how quickly she was coming up to serve.
Yeah, this is much better now. Gone over to the coaching box. And handled that one beautifully. Soft hands underneath the shot.
30-15.
Slight bit of backspin. She thought the first serve was an ace.
Hey, you got this. You got this. You got this.
Has it found the line? It has. She wasn't sure.
It just had enough dip. Fourth match point. Unload a rocket. The rising star continues her ascent. Mboko through the fourth round of a Grand Slam for the first time.
Oh, that was brilliantly handled. It was tough, it was tense, and it was very much a hard-fought win for Victoria Mboko. She did so many things right, but maybe nothing better than her mentality today.